Sorry, I'm eating, as you can see. If you watched my Testimony Tuesday, as promised, for today, I am going to use the rest of the crab that I used from last week's crab ragoon recipe, and I'm going to make something with it. What? Let's see if we can figure out from the ingredients. Some pasta, I don't know how to pronounce it, long elbow macaroni, some cheese, the crab, and some shrimp. Have you figured it out? If you haven't, I'm gonna tell you. I'm making seafood mac and cheese. Ever since I had it, I loved it. I think the first time I had it was probably 6 years ago. 6 or 5 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago. At the first hotel I worked at, they had it on their menu for Valentine's Day, and they use these noodles that I'm going to use today. I've had it with other noodles at other places, and the first time I had it with lobster. Didn't want to get lobster because I don't really care for lobster like that, but I had the crab and we had shrimp in the house, so that's what I'm going to use. I have already, as you saw, I've already shredded the cheese. I used sharp cheddar, New York extra sharp cheddar, Gouda, and New York extra cheddar, extra sharp cheddar, Gouda, and Colby Jack. In this pot right here, I have the water to boil my noodles. So I'm going to do that now. Okay. And I'm going to let that boil, and then we'll be back to make the sauce, the bechamel sauce or white sauce. And you'll see what I can do with all of that after we come back. So the water has started to boil. I'm going to add my noodle. And some Himalayan salt for taste. Leave it uncovered. So I'm going to let that get back to a boil. The noodles are done boiling, and now I am going to strain them. Strain the water out. And I had the strainer. Where did it go? Okay, I got it. So I'm going to strain these. Bring this back over, and now I'm going to make the white sauce, or if you want to be fancy, you can say bechamel. Wait, hold that thought. Okay, I'm in the middle of doing two things at the same time. I got a special request to make more cinnamon rolls, so y'all know they're good. So go check the video and make them yourself. Well, No, let me make them. If you live in the area, if you live in upstate New York, or if you live along the East Coast and you want me to make them for you, I will gladly, and I will deliver them myself. But anyway, let's get back to this bechamel. So I'm going to start with heavy whipping cream. Same thing happened when I made when I did my Alfredo. The bottle didn't want to open the right way. All right. I'm going to add some heat to that so that can start getting hot and bothered. First time I'm doing this. So add some. I added a cup of flour. Add some butter. Some Himalayan salt. Just a little bit. And stir until it gets thick. Remove all the lumps. We don't want no lumps. No lumps. No lovely lady lumps. You can use whole milk. I had whole milk, but I'm glad I didn't use the whole milk because I needed it. Trying it with whipped cream. Heavy whipping cream. I'm going to use the rest of the whole milk I do have. Give it some extra fat content. Yeah, I did it backwards. Maybe I was supposed to do the flour and the butter first, but we'll see how it comes out. I'm gonna keep stirring and I'll be back. Do you want the young child in your life to learn their ABCs in a unique way? Do you want them to learn about themselves, their family history, and at the same time help them build a positive self-esteem? Well, a personalized ABC About Me book is the product for you. And this personalized book for the little one in your life, each letter of the alphabet is used to help the child learn the names of the important people in their life, places associated with them, and is used as a positive adjective to help the child develop a positive vocabulary about themselves and the people in their lives. The letters are paired with pictures for image association and people recognition. The first step to ordering the book is to fill out a form with the child's name, birth date, and birthplace. Then either by yourself or with the help of the creator of ABC About Me, Rashawn E. Forrest, yours truly, will come up with those adjectives, names of relatives, and places associated with the child. The pictures that appear in the book can come from the parent or other family members. Or a photo shoot at my studio, Life in the Daylight Studios, can be done of your little special one with props. You and I will come up with the theme and color scheme for the book. If you would like more information about ordering the child in your life a personalized ABC About Me book, please email abcaboutme@gmail.com. With ABC About Me, building a child's self-esteem and identity is easy. I forgot. I am making seafood mac and cheese, Why not add some seafood seasoning if I could get it? Oh gosh. I don't understand why none of us are over 5'5" in this house. And stuff is all the way on the top shelf. I digress. Put some in the roux or in the bechamel. Also gonna season my seafood with it. I'm also gonna season my seafood with it. Want it to be a creamy consistency, not too loose, not too thick. And try to get the lumps out. That's why I'm using the whisk. I started out with a wooden spoon. Taste it. It's bland right now. So don't judge me by how much Old Bay season you see me putting in here. And I'm going to do a part that I probably should have did first after I finish this. It's getting there. I know. I guess because of the flour. First time me making this, y'all, so. Experiment! I'm going to turn the heat back on. Wait. Before I do that, I suggested that you do raw shrimp. So I'm going to season these with the Old Bay seasoning. Some butter in the pan. Throw these in here. I'm still stirring, even though it's not on heat. I'm still stirring my bechamel sauce. But I'm going to stir it again on heat to help get rid of the flour lumps. You hear those shrimp talking? Them shrimp is talking. And they're saying, Chef Russ, eat me! Chef Russ, eat me! Oh, I will. Oh, I will. And they cook fast. And then they're going to cook again when you bake. Well, I'm going to bake mine. My macaroni and cheese. Let everything come together. And just like that, they're done. So move that back. Put this over here. Turn the heat back on. Still a little thick. And now that's more whole milk. I know I started off with heavy whipping cream. Maybe I should have just did the whole milk from the beginning. I don't know, for next time. Okay. So now I'm going to take half of the cheese mixture and I'm going to put it in there. And let that melt in there. And it's suggested that you get block cheese and not already shredded cheese, because the shredded cheese has preservatives that won't let it melt properly like you would want it to. So yes, you got to do extra work by getting the block cheese, but for that ooey gooiness and that melting property that you want, it's worth it. My shoulder is killing me from all this stirring and then the grating of the cheese. But when you put the work in, I'm gonna stir this until it's smooth. And melted, all the cheese is melted and smoothed in. This is almost like the Alfredo sauce I made without the flour. So I'm gonna let that come to a boil and then stir it. Okay. I guess this is the kind of consistency it should be. Who knows? First time I'm making that. The first time I eat it. First time I'm making it. But I guess it's like a cheese sauce. And now I'm going to take most of the shrimp and I'm going to put it in there. And I'm going to mix it in there. Turn it Turn the heat off. And I'm going to add the noodles. to... Okay. Got a utensil. And get the noodles down in there. But Chef Ref, where's the crab going? I'm glad you asked. It's going in right now, y'all. Again, this is crab claw meat. What I had left over from, was that last week? Yeah, last week's episode. Stirring it all around. Try to get it in all the parts. Evenly distribution. I'm gonna taste a little bit. Tastes good. Once everything came together. Okay. I'm gonna turn this oven on, even though I don't want to, because it's hot. Let it preheat. To 350. And I'm gonna take this little cast iron. I know this is a lot. Ooh. And I'm gonna fill it. Making sure I get some crab, making sure I get some shrimp. Some shrimp. Okay, there's a piece with shrimp in it. And some crab. This is what it looks like. Move this to the side. Oop. Some noodles didn't get to join the party. I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on the top. And you can freeze your cheese, you can freeze your noodles and sauce, and warm it up when you want it again. Just waiting for this oven to get warm. You can add breadcrumbs on the top of yours. You can mix the breadcrumbs with some of the cheese if you want that. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm just pricking a little bit up here. Alright. So this is what it looks like before it goes into the oven. So I'm using the cast iron skillet because the cast iron skillet holds all the heat in it, and so it can bubble and get all gooey and ooey and ooh, like cheese does. Oh! That's what we want it to do. While I wait for the oven to get hot, take a look at our messages. Daylight Candles is a company where the candles are made to the preference of the customer. All candles are made with soy wax and are between 5 to 8 ounces. There are a few ways you can choose your candle. You can choose your own personal oil and or color, or you can choose a candle from one of our many candle lines. One of our candle lines is the Daylight of Autumn, featuring scents like Apple Harvest, Caramel Popcorn, Red Hot Cinnamon, Hot Apple Pie, Cinnamon Stick, Macintosh Apple, and everyone's favorite Toasted Pumpkin Spice. A portion of the proceeds for the candles that are sold for charity are given to organizations that are near and dear to the company. The Daylight Hale line features scents that you would smell if you were to visit the beach. Seesaw and Orchid, Plumeria, Hibiscus Palm, Beach Linen, Ocean Breeze, and Ocean Rose. Daylight Royalty features our CEO's 2 favorite scents. One candle is called Queen, and it is infused with the scent inspired by Bath & Body Works' Mad About You fragrance. There's also Palace, and it is infused with magnolia and peony oil. Daylight Candles, igniting your life with fragrance and shining through the darkness. All right, the oven just beeped. That is to temp. And so I just put the macaroni and cheese, and I'm gonna let the cheese on the top melt, and we're gonna come back and look at it and try it. I think now the top is melted. Ew. And I'm going to take the shrimp that I had left aside, and I made them hug. And I'm just doing a little garnish, something I made up. And put this one on top. Parsley. And here's some parsley flakes. Make it look pretty. Because the first time you eat with your eyes. Ooh. Let's go try it. One of the restaurants that I ate at, I believe it was Outback. Either Outback or Roger Brown's in Portsmouth, Virginia. They brought it up in the cast iron. Just like they cooked it. They brought it out in the same thing they cooked it, and it was bubbling. And But the best I had, well, Outback's was good. Outback's was good. And what I had at the hotel I worked at, the Delta in Chesapeake, theirs was good. I don't know if they do it all the time. I think it was just for that special occasion. But yeah. So let's try Chef Ref's. Ooh. Ooh, look at this string. You want that pull. Ooh. Ooh, that's Gouda. Get it? Gouda. Gouda. You get it. I'm silly, I know. But this is good. Ooh. Ooh. And it's just so funny that yesterday I was watching Beat Bobby Flay, and they made macaroni and cheese. Almost like this, but it wasn't seafood macaroni and cheese. I was like, oh, that's funny. I'm making that for my next step, for my episode. I can't talk. I'm making that for my episode for this week's. That was a piece of shrimp. I don't know if I can eat all of this in one sitting. I'm not even going to try to. But I'm going to eat some. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that pool. Go ahead, Rashawn. Ha ha. Go ahead, Chef Ref. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that pool. Ooh. Go on with my bad stuff. I'm rapping stuff with my Afro puffs. Hey, I don't have Afro puffs. This is good. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to finish eating this and finish doing my special request cinnamon rolls. My grandmother requested it with raisins, and then she's like, no, use craisins. So let's see what she says. I'll let you know. See you next time.